External Affairs Minister S Jaishankar has arrived in Pakistan. He landed late afternoon on Islamabad's Noor Khan Air Base. He is going to represent India at the high-stake engagement of head of government's meeting of SCO grouping. The grouping, which has about 10 members, member countries from Central Asia, India, Pakistan, China, Russia, and also the new inductees like Iran and Belarus, is going to be a massive affair in this neighborhood, because both sides, India and Pakistan, they are very curious whether this engagement of External Affairs Minister S Jaishankar will also pave some way, some movement in terms of bilateral relationship. We know the relationship between India and Pakistan has been frosty in the last 10 years or so. This is only the second time that an External Affairs Minister of India is landing in Pakistan. Last was when Sushma Swaraj had arrived in 2015 to take part in Heart of Asia Summit. That was also not in a way a bilateral visit. Later on, Rajnath Singh, the defense minister, also arrived in Pakistan, but again, that was also not in the context of bilateral relationship. So this time also, when SCO multilateral engagements are happening, India has sent its External Affairs Minister, who is known for his aggressive stance on issues like terrorism. He has called out Pakistan on many international platforms, or many places, the menace of terrorism which Pakistan has been harboring, sheltering and exporting to India. And so, in a way, in the last few years, terrorism has become a centerpiece of India's foreign policy in the context of having bilateral ties with Pakistan. And India has, in a way, has a put-down approach where it has said that unless and until there is some solid movement, some credible action that Pakistan takes against those extremist groups who have been creating menace of terrorism in India, there will not be a normalcy in bilateral ties. Calling out Pakistan on various multilateral platforms, including the United Nations, External Affairs Minister S Jaishankar has called Pakistan epicenter of terrorism in the past. He has also said that he is visiting Islamabad to take part in SCO group's meeting, and there is not much that should be read as a bilateral engagement. Both sides have not indicated any sign that there is going to be any bilateral engagement. Ishaq Dar, Pakistan's foreign minister and deputy prime minister, has also said that they have not received any proposal from the Indian side of a bilateral engagement. India, in its own way, has also indicated that Pakistan, the export of terrorism is something that is a massive roadblock, and until and unless there is any action from the Pakistani government, there cannot be a normalcy in bilateral ties. Meanwhile, about a dozen Indian journalists have arrived in Pakistan. Pakistani journalists are also hoping a lot during this SCO summit level talks, where they believe that these informal talks between the two sides, which is sort of a protocol extension by the host country, may also bring some sort of movement in terms of bilateral relationship. We know that almost 10 years there has been a kind of stalemate. There is no trade ties between India and Pakistan. People-to-people contact are also very negligible. Very few visas are being issued to people. Also, other aspects of bilateral engagements have also been very low. So in that context, this visit is happening, and people are expecting very much with the meeting. Today, on Tuesday, there is going to be a gala dinner where External Affairs Minister S Jaishankar will have an opportunity to engage with many of his counterparts and also other leaders in a closed-door event which is not open for media. So without the glare of media, they will have an opportunity to have a conversation informally on the issues that concerns regional engagement, that concerns connectivity, that concerns other aspects of bilateral ties also, because External Affairs Minister S Jaishankar is also expected to hold some bilateral ties, but not with Pakistani side. At least that is what has been told to us so far. We'll have to see whether this occasion of India's external minister, which can be seen as a small step, will be taken in that positive stride by the Pakistani side, and whether they will move some sort of action where the India-Pakistan ties that has been frosty for many years now can have some sort of hope in terms of bilateral engagement. This is Ishaq Dar reporting for CNN News 18 from Islamabad, Pakistan.